The idea of this tree is that this is how source consciousness filters down into the physical reality, and each sphere represents a specific aspect of that process and represents a specific aspect of consciousness. We're going to talk a little bit more about a few paths in this video, so here are some important spheres to know as we go further into this topic. Kether means the crown, and this is the source consciousness. It is just being. It's not related to personality or ego, it's just isness. It is the I am principle. Da'ath is the hidden sphere, so it has no number, and it means knowledge. This is the abyss. This is the aspect of consciousness that is associated with detachment or dissolution. Tiferet, this is the sixth sphere. This is represented by the sun, and we can relate this to will, care, the truth, and the blueprint of creation. This is related to ideas like Christ or Christ consciousness, presence, and conscious awareness. Tiferet is the mediator between Kether or divinity and Malkuth, earth. It is the mediator between mercy and severity. With a few of these Sephirot explained briefly, we can now start to examine the relationship between them. They can be represented by paths on the tree. Each path is corresponding to a tarot card, an astrological body or sign, and a Hebrew letter. The High Priestess is representing the path that runs between Kether and Tiferet. This path passes right through Da'ath. This is along the middle pillar, the pillar of harmony, balance, and equilibrium. The High Priestess represents the wisdom of the occult and is commonly interpreted as the card of passivity, stillness, and going internal. In this context, that is correct. The brilliant light of Kether, the eternal oneness, the central sun, channels down the middle pillar, giving life to the sun at Tiferet. This light in Tiferet is being reflected off the central sun of Kether. This concept can even be represented by the moon. The moon is the astrological association for this path, and the moon is something that reflects the light of the sun. This is about what is hidden and mysterious. This path even runs right through the hidden sphere Da'ath. This is suggesting that what is right behind the veil of the High Priestess is knowledge. This would be something relating to unconsciousness or the collective unconscious, what is underneath the surface and yet is what connects us to the oneness of everything. The Hebrew letter here is Gimel, which means camel. This is representing movement into separation from oneness. Tiferet and the sun represents your personal consciousness and self as it can perceive itself as being separated from the whole. All of this boils down to the meaning of the High Priestess and the meaning of the moon. And this is reflection. It doesn't necessarily mean that we need to constantly reflect on the past, but rather that we need to reflect within. We need to examine ourselves, our dreams, and the feelings that arise within us. Understanding the Tree of Life can really uplevel your knowledge of tarot, and it can make understanding the cards even easier. And this can evolve into better tarot readings.